Put your hand on the nearest stone wall. Go ahead, the cool solid stone of a building, a countertop, a curb. What you are touching was alive, not near something living, alive. And once you see what it is made of, you will never be able to unsee it. Start with the most famous stone in the world, the white cliffs of Dover, blinding white, standing over the sea. That white is chalk, and chalk is not a mineral the way we picture rock. Look closer than your eye can go, and the cliff dissolves into tiny plates, curved, ridged, delicate, like microscopic hubcaps. Each plate was a piece of armor, and each one was grown by a single living cell, a kind of plankton called a coccolithophore, drifting in a sunlit sea. When that cell died, its armor sank, and another sank, and another. For millions of years, a slow, silent snow of the dead fell through the water and settled on the floor, 0.5 millimeter a year. That is about 180 of those plates, stacked in a year. The cliffs rise hundreds of feet, and the chalk beneath runs far deeper still, and it is roughly 100 million years old. You are looking at 100 million years of falling bodies held up to the sky. Now here is where the number stops meaning anything. Take a single cube of that chalk, 1 centimeter on a side, smaller than a sugar cube. Inside it are somewhere between 500 million and 6 billion of those plates. In a piece you could balance on a fingertip. There is no honest way to picture how many creatures are in one cliff. The mind just slides off it. But chalk is soft. Surely the hard stone we actually build with is different. The heavy blocks of the ancient world. So go to the oldest, heaviest thing humans ever raised, the Great Pyramid of Giza. Its blocks weigh tons each. They have stood for over 4,000 years. And if you walk to the base and look closely at the stone, you will see them. Little coins pressed into the rock, round, flat discs, some the size of a lentil, some larger, fossils. They are called nummulites, and every one of them was a single cell. One enormous single-celled creature that lived on the floor of a warm sea called the Tethys, 50 million years before there was a pharaoh to bury above it. The pyramid is built out of a seabed, the tomb of a king made of older dead. You might tell yourself this is an old world thing, ancient monuments, chalk coasts, far away and long ago. It is not. Look at the middle of a modern American city. The Empire State Building, the pale stone across its face, is limestone, quarried in Indiana. And that stone is a graveyard too. It is packed with the broken shells and stems of sea creatures, crinoids and brachiopods, that lived under a shallow ocean sitting on top of what is now the Midwest 340 million years ago. That is long before the first dinosaur. The most modern skyline in the world is wearing a coat cut from a Paleozoic sea. And if a building has no stone on it at all, if it is plain grey concrete, you still have not escaped, because cement, the grey powder that binds every sidewalk and foundation and parking garage on this planet, begins as limestone. We dig up the ancient seabed, we burn it in a kiln until it falls apart, and we set it again into an artificial stone. The dead are not only in the cathedrals, they are in the mortar. They are in the pavement under your feet right now. So pull back, look at your whole city. The stone faces, the concrete cores, the curb, the cathedral, the foundation, the entire weight of it rests on. Almost all of it is the same story, uncountable small lives lived in some vanished ocean that grew a little armor and died and sank and waited in the dark for 100 million years, until a species that arrived in the very last eye blink of that time dug them up and stacked them into a place to live. And that is the part that should stop you. Not only that the stone was alive, but how long it took to make. Every cliff, every block, every bag of grey powder is deep time turned solid. Millions upon millions of years, falling patiently, one microscopic body at a time. And all of human history, every city, every empire, everyone you have ever loved, is a thin, bright film smeared across the very top of it. We did not build on the ground. The ground is the building. We only moved in. Next time we go the other way. Not out into the deep past, but down, past the surface of the solid things around you, down to the atom, to find that even this wall, the one holding your house up, is almost entirely empty space. But for now, put your hand back on the wall. Feel how still it is. 100 million years of a vanished ocean, holding you up. You carry the weight of stars. Look up.